Hello everyone, welcome back to our new YouTube channel. I'm Dadi Triana and this is my first video. For this video, I would like to tell you about my hometown, where I come from, about the culture here, about the society, how my village looks like, and what my village do to face coronavirus disease. Guys, what did you think at first when you heard Gianyar? Ubud, art, Balinese dance, kecak, food, lawar plate, babi guling, tourism destination, Krishna oleh-oleh, Blangsingo Waterfall, or me. So yeah, I'm from Gianyar. Specifically, I'm from Pring Village, Batu district. My village is not famous like the other villages in Gianyar because in my village there is no unique tradition and cultures, there is no tourism destination and something interest. But I will try to tell you about my village look like. At first, I will tell you about Gianyar before I talk about my village. Gianyar is one of the 9 regencies in Bali. This regency is famous as center of art and ukiran in Bali. Besides that, Gianyar also has many interesting tourism destinations, many kind of unique tradition and cultures. And the world famous tourism destination located in Gianyar is Ubud. I think most of you ever heard about Ubud, although you never visited. And Ubud is the best of the best tourism destination in Bali. Many tourists choose Ubud for their destination if they visited Gianyar, even though Kramas village is other option. But I will not talk about Ubud or Kramas, I will talk about Gianyar in general. The center of art. Gianyar had so many good artists, such as painter, dancer, sculptor, and silver. It was not wrong people called Gianyar as the center of art. One of the famous Balinese dance around the world is kecak dance, which is believed to be born and was first danced in Bono village, Batu district, Gianyar, Bali. In the 1930s by an artist, Iwayan Limba, in collaboration with a painter from the German named Walter Space. And nowadays, kecak dance is still often performed in several occasions. Gianyar has many areas that are center of handicraft art, such as Batu Bulan village and Singabatu village, which are centers of stone and sculpture carving. If you go over there, around the roadside, you will see so many kinds of statues. Celuk village. Celuk village, which is famous for the craft of making gold and silver jewelry. Here you are easy to find many kind of jewelry shop around the road. Batuan village and Ubud, which are famous for their style of their painting. So if you visit this village, easy for you to find the painting galleries. Next is Mas village, which is famous as center of art carving or wooden sculptures, max, furniture, and glass crafts. Not difficult to find it in Mas village. Bono village, which is famous for woven craft, for palm leaf or antal. Here you can find woven bag, woven pan, sandals, hat, storage box, and many more. The last is Gelgel village, which is known as a center of bamboo craft. Here, you can buy furniture from bamboo such as table, chair, cupboard, curtain, and silver. Another thing, many villages in Gianyar had unique tradition and cultures, and I will tell you some of it. In Sukawati village has Mepet tradition as a culture and local wisdom that is still maintained until now, and this is an interesting attraction to watch. Moped is a tradition where people walk in a long line and all of them use Balinese clothing and makeup. They all look so beautiful at that dress and makeup, and Balinese people said it metaksu. Metaksu. Moped in Sukawati was followed by all people, men and women, from children to the elderly, wearing the traditional clothing of Payas Agong with the standard Sukawati, which is still maintained until now. Next is Swat village. In Swat village has Siat Yeh tradition, or the Waterfall. It's held every year exactly when the new year begins on January 1st. This tradition is unique because rituals in Bali seldom use the Christian calendar. According to the Swat villagers, they thought all at the beginning of the new year, they should do this tradition not just for themselves, but it also for their environment. It helps for clean their body and environment from the negative thing that they got from the previous year. And they all hope in the new year they get better things. Next is Badulu village. Badulu village has Perang Sampian tradition. This tradition is war using coconut leaf or called Siat Sampian. It was held in the area of Samuan Tiga temple. The tradition, which is always held 3 days after the peak of Pujawali in Samuan Tiga temple. This tradition is a symbol against evil or adharma. This tradition involves so many men named Parakan and so many women named Permas. The Siat Sampian War procession began with Nampion, which is Permas. As many as 60 people walked around the mandala of the temple while dancing simply, or called the Sutri dance. Nampiog is performed for 3 times and the movement always changes. During a walk around the Madhya Mandala of the temple, Permas' waist was tied to a white shawl in a row by the Permas in the next row, or called the ngober process. After the ngober process, men do movement that form wave. The Parakan hold each other, surround the temple courtyard, and then they rotate 3 times with scream like possessed people. During the process, they also tried to be able to hold the secret building in the temple. They then beat and threw each other as symbol of the war using leaf for about 50 minutes. The procession was accompanied by the tabuhan or gamelan, which increased the spirit of Parakan and Permas to start Siat Sampian. And Gianyar still has other unique tradition, but I cannot tell you all of them here because of the duration. Besides tradition and art, I thought you hope me recommended to you tourism destination you should visit in Bali. And here I will give you some recommended tourism destination. First, Bali Zoo. As one of the most favorite destination in Bali, Bali Zoo is always full of visitors. Bali Zoo Park or Bali Zoo is located in Singapore Village, Gianyar, approximately 6 kilometers from Denpasar, or 30 minutes drive from Kuta. It has the area of approximately 12 hectares and has a fairly complete collection of animals. Of course, the zoo is worth your visit with family or even entourage. And the zoo established since 2002, Bali Zoo Park became the first zoo in Bali. The zoo has a wide selection of animal species. Bali Zoo has a collection of 350 species of reptiles, mammals, and poultry, and some are rare animals from domestic or foreign. You can interact with some of them, such as deer and elephant, in the feeding animal zone. In Bali Zoo, you can visit Kampung Sumatera that offer an exciting dining experience with orang-utans. Additionally, you can take the pictures with friendly orangutans or ride an elephant to walk around the forest and across the river for 30 minutes. Bali Zoo Park is perfect as a tourist attraction for children and families in Bali. To see all of those exotic animals, you must pay about 100,000 rupiah for admission only. Be sure to visit it between 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. Second, Bali Bird Park and Reptile Park. This Gianyar tourism attraction is located in Singapore Village, Gianyar also. About 1 hour drive from Kuta with an area of 2 hectares. The bird park has more than 1,000 birds from 250 endangered species from around the world. No wonder this place is included in the list of recommended attractions for children in Bali. While Reptile Park is next to the bird park. Reptile Park has more than 200 animals from 50 species from all over the world. Tourists not only can enjoy the charm of bird, but can also see the breeding of bird from egg to hatch, moment of feeding bird. Even take picture with the number of exotic birds in this place. Bird Park is also equipped with restaurant, cafe, and shop that sell many kinds of souvenir related to bird. However, the entrance ticket has a price about 150,000 rupiah. With that, you can enjoy both of the park. Also, it open from 9 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. and so be sure to visit it before too late. Be calm, guys. Don't mad at me because I recommended too expensive over to you. But the next is cheaper over tourism destination you should don't miss in Gianyar. Third, Blangsingo Waterfall versus Teganungan Waterfall. This waterfall known by two names, depending on which village you come through. However, if you come through Teganungan village, so the waterfall will be called Teganungan Waterfall. But if you come through Jalan Raya Blangsingo at Batu, the waterfall is called Blangsingo Waterfall. Blangsingo Waterfall has three strategic and unique locations. The first part is located at the end of the river with stone water, namely the spring coming out from chunk of boulder. The second part are in the middle. The atmosphere becomes more challenging because visitors can sit on the chunk of the local cliff while enjoying the waterfall flowing to the bottom of the river. Most of travelers choose this location to take pictures as being very close to waterfall and cliff. Beautiful scenery is also taken advantage by photographer as a pre-wedding photo session. The third part is most strategic location lies in the bottom of the river, namely the main waterfall. Visitors can feel the power of the water falling from the height and take picture or selfie. Blangsingo Waterfall located in Jalan Raya Blangsingo, Banjar Blangsingo, Sabo Village, Batu, Gianyar, Bali. Approximately 5 kilometers southeast Ubud. In addition, it is 34 kilometers from Kuta, or for about a hour or 2 hours from Seminyak, which depending on the road traffic condition. Visit to Blangsingo Waterfall. There's an entry fee of just 10,000 Indonesian rupiah per person. There is an additional cost of 5,000 Indonesian rupiah per person if you bring your own car. The ticket can be bought at the ticket counter, which is located in the parking area. When you pay, you will receive a ticket as a receipt, and the payment should be cash in Indonesian rupiah, so please prepare small cash before you come here. Fourth, Gua Gajah. Gua Gajah is a place of worship as well as a historic place in Gianyar that you can try to enter and find out what things in Gua Gajah. The size is not too big. Many tourists who curious and try to explore this 2 meters high cave. Also around the cave stood many stalls that provide a variety of delicious culinary to be tasted after you've satisfied to enjoy the uniqueness and beauty of Gua Gajah and surrounding area. The entry ticket is 15,000 rupiah, not too expensive compared to the greatness you will find inside. So it's worth to check out, and don't forget to explore with your partner, friends, or family. The last tourism destination I should recommend it to you is Tirta Empu Temple and Tampak Siring Palace. both cannot be separated because the location and history Tampak Siring also started from the existence of the temple bedside. Tampak Siring Palace itself is not open to the public, but you can see it from Pura Tirta Empul or Tirta Empul Temple. Even though you can't visit it, you still can feel the greatness of it from apart. Tirtampul Temple is one of the ancient temples of the reign of King Sri Chandrabaya Singawarmadewa, and this can be known from the existence of the stone charter exhibited in the village of Manukaya, which contain writing and number that says that the temple was built in Saseh Kapat year Saka for 884 around October of 962 ED. Anyways, to enter this place, you need to pay the entrance ticket for 15,000 rupiahs per person, and also the theater open from 8 a.m. until 5 a.m. So be sure to make time for it. Okay, let's talk about my village. To be honest, I don't know what I want to talk about my village. Sometimes I am sad because in my village there is no unique culture and tradition. There is no tourism destination. Although there is a beach, but the visitors just local people. As I said at the beginning of this video, I am from Pring Village, Batu district. I live here with my family and I have lived in Gianyar since I was born. My family never moved to another area. You could say I didn't have hometown. Pring Village is about 21 kilometers from Denpasar city, and we can reach Pring Village through Professor Ide Bagus Mantra Street. It's about 30 minutes ride, and we will arrive at the center of the village. Your eyes will see rice fields along the road. But over the time, many rice field owners sell their rice field. This village has an area of 4.72 square kilometers, which is inhabited by more than 8,000 inhabitants in 2015. And most of the people here work as farmers, sellers, employees, teachers, and others. My village, close to Gianyar City Park, it is about 6.5 kilometers and 10 minutes using motorbike. Maybe I will take you see my village around. But before we go out, we need to use masks because lately people in Bali have been infected with coronavirus. So we need to protect ourselves first before we protect others.
Here I will use jacket to protect my skin from sunburn because the sun is still hot in the evening in Gianyar. Next, I use mask to protect myself, avoid virus, and then I also use hat to protect my head from sun. Okay, let's go.
Although there are no tourism destinations, but in my village there are some places to take beautiful pictures like this and like this. Usually the road in my village will be crowded with riders, but most people still quarantine themselves, so the road in my village doesn't look like many riders now. Another road in the village border Some Balinese police pecalang stop everyone to check the body temperature every riders using digital thermometer. I can't show you the picture because I didn't go over there. Besides that, the village government forbids society to go out if there's really something important. Not only the prohibition, but the village government also occasionally distribute disinfectant to be sprayed at their respective home independently. At the night, COVID-19 task force announced several announcements about how to avoid coronavirus infect our body to the society, and some other information like if in my village there are office that used to quarantine Indonesian immigrant workers, so the government say if everyone please not try to come to that office or going close to the office. We have been arrived at the end of the video. I hope my information delivered to you clearly, and thank you for watching my video. Bye bye.